Yes, people. 2 seconds. That's not going to be there. Yes. Don't want to rhyme myself at all of that. Know what I mean? We'll have none of that. Hope you're good. Hope you all had a good weekend. People who went to the parade and that, hope you enjoyed it. They had a bit of an after party at Albert Hall, things like that. Hope you all had a good weekend and that. Obviously, the FA Cup wasn't the result that we wanted. However, I'm already over it. Genuinely, already over it. Really looking forward to like the transfer window next season. And news is already coming in about different transfers and that. And as you can see, headline-wise, yeah, I did jump scare. Headline-wise, we've got Pep news. And not the Pep news that I thought we was going to get. I mean, like, just a couple of days ago, we're talking about Pep staying. And now we're talking about Pep deciding he wants to go. I don't know if this... No more FA Cup talk. Like, literally, that's it. It's done. The season's over. We don't have to think about FA Cup anymore. We're going to be changing over to Euros as soon as that starts. Is this stream looking really dark? Or is that just the way that I'm looking at it? I'm looking at this over there, and it looks dark to me, but it could genuinely just be me. If it looks fine, then, I mean, I'm all good. Yes, Stacey, hope you're good. If you haven't done already, by the way, do us a favour, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thanks, Dynamo does, Craig, mate. You know what I mean? Key to my heart. We'll have a look straight away. Emojis, I don't think I'm allowed to say... I don't think I can read that out, mate. if I read that out, I'm getting cancelled, brother. So, where do we start? I don't think we start Pep. We'll go into that in a second. We've got some exciting content coming on Friday, by the way. We're doing a content creator football match with a few people in it. So we're going to try and get as many people down to it on Friday, and we're going to film it. So we'll release a video very, very shortly, a content creator football match. So we'll see who we can get involved. But we're going to keep them like quite regular. So, like, once every couple of months kind of thing, we'll have this content creator football match that we film. Because obviously some people can't make this one. We'll get managers in there and things. Ederson rumours. There are Ederson rumours, yeah. So, I think we could probably go with the Ederson rumours first. Because, end of the day, we were speaking about Ederson the other day. Trying to figure it out and see whether he's going to go. Now, my personal opinion is still, I don't think Pep would want to sell Ederson. But if Ederson decides he wants to leave, then there's nothing that we can do. And apparently, I just had it just then. Apparently, Ederson's kind of open to the idea of leaving. But if a contract offer came on the table, then he'd be open to staying. So he's basically just 50-50. Guy just does not decide what he wants to do. This is calling from Paul Hurst. He's saying that there's suspicion in some parts of City that Ederson will ask to leave this summer. However, other sources state that he could be convinced to stay at City if he was given an extension on his contract. So, I mean, he needs a pay rise, Dash. He needs a pay rise. Saudi want him. As RGS says there, apparently they're looking at getting him for, what is it, 25 mil? 25 mil for Ederson is a crime. And you should be arrested for even mentioning 25 mil. Al Ittihad, apparently the ones that want to offer £25 million for Ederson. Now, personally, I'd flat refuse that. I get it when if Ederson's saying he wants to leave. City's closed now on holiday till 14th of June, so all fake news. I mean, it's not closed. We're still things are going on in the background. Still things going on. I'd guess that anyway. I'd assume we're still trying to make things work. 25 million isn't enough for Ederson. You've got to pay a lot of money to get Ederson, honestly. You have to pay a lot of money to get Ederson. He's too good. One of the best keepers in world football. Very, very good on the ball. He's crucial to the way that we play football as well. I understand we've got Ortega, who's a very good shot stopper and really good and still good on his feet. But Ederson is crucial to the way that we play football. Personally, wouldn't be selling him. But then, if he does decide he wants to go and say, yeah, look, I don't want to be here anymore, then City will sell him. One of Pep's things is we don't keep players that don't want to be here. You have to want to be here to stay. Yes, just Balotelli, mate. Hope you're good, mate. If Onana's 50 million, Jesus, mate, he's double that. Ederson about 50, 60 mil. I think you could probably get him around that price. Yeah, I reckon like 50 to 70, 80 mil or something. But like, if you look at just look at Alisson when he went to Liverpool. He went for 70 mil. So, it's just mad. It's just mad. It's mad that we're even having this conversation. Like, it's mad that Ederson is a thing that we're potentially going to lose out on. I think that'd be such a massive shock. A massive shock for Ederson to leave. But that's the first of your Man City news roundup, is the Ederson news. Now, I personally still think we'll keep him. It's tying down to a new contract. I love him to bits at City, and I think he should stay. There's some more news which I've seen before, which Devious Ducky has just reminded me again. Bernardo Silva is stuck at Manchester City. Bernardo Silva is stuck at this football club. PSG have just ended their interest. So he's literally just in this limbo of knowing he wants to leave and go on to do different things, but happy to kind of stay until that offer comes in. But that offer's never coming in. PSG don't want to have ended their interest. Barcelona have already said they're not willing to pay the £50 million release clause. Now, how is it £50 million release clause that no one's going to pay that? Neil in the chat, there are worse places to be stuck, which is very, very true. Anthony Landolfi, yes, for the 5, mate. Big up, mate. It'll be good. It says we need to spend big the transfer window, over £500 million. £500 million. It's not it, brother. We're not going to spend £500 million. I can assure you that, Anthony. I reckon around £200 million or around or just over that. I think it'd be more reasonable. 500 mil is we'd be ruining football. Yes, I'm saying, mate, Johnny Potter, you better not be slating Alvarez after Bernardo. No, ain't no one getting slated. You can calm your batty. Lauren says, crazy how nobody will pay. It's insanity. Unless we trade him plus cash for João Neves if Bernardo wants Benfica now. That's the thing with Bernardo, though. Does he want to go Benfica right now? Because I think he still wants like another top team. I think he wants to go Barca, then Benfica, but it's not happening. It's not happening. But it baffles my head that no one will pay £50 million for Bernardo Silva. Because Bernardo Silva's incredible. He's definitely worth 50 mil. But then, like, Daniel Jones, Craig, nobody has cash. That's the issue. Can only see Benfica, Bernardo, and 50 mil for Neves. Don't see anyone else paying 50 mil. Yeah, Balotelli. Same kind of thing. Swapping for Gundo, says Julie. I'd take that. Joseph Ellis, JP, what's your favourite go-to energy drink? Mine is a White Monster. In fact, if I put my hand to my left, I can just make, honestly, White Monsters, they just happen like that. Watch. See? Look at that. White Monsters, you know what I mean? They're incredible. Best energy drink. Italy, most likely. I could actually see Bernardo going to Italy, to be fair. Good evening, mate. I could see that. What else can you make appear? A scoreboard from last weekend which shows which shows the scoreline that no one wants to see. Fletcher has Real Madrid behind in Barcelona. Their arses for the next 5 years. I agree. 55 in the 20 months. Yes, 55, mate. Why do people think they can get such discounts on our players? Absolute joke, especially Saudi. 20 mil for the best goalkeeper in the world. Get in the bin. Thank you, mate. It's a joke to be able to think that you can get Ederson for £20 million when he's one of the best goalkeepers in world football. It doesn't make any sense. Genuinely makes no sense. JP, can you summon Messi after your video of kidnapping in 2020? If I could, I'd have done it a long time ago. It's not a thing. Unfortunately, Messi has the GOAT powers, and I can't do anything with that. Bernardo and Barella swap deal. A lot of people have mentioned this for quite a long time. People like Barella. I've not watched him too much, to be fair, but people say that he's one of the best players in Italy right now. Would you take Lookman as a wing option? He's very direct and doesn't lose the ball off, and he also chips in with goals and assists every now and again. I don't think City will be looking at Lookman, to be honest. I don't think that's where City will be going down. Not going down that route. But I can see why people want him. Do you know what I mean? Was it at Fulham, Lookman? I think that's where he was. Lookman for Haaland? Nah. Do you think Haaland, Rodri and Alvarez will stay after Pep leaves? Honestly, Rodri, I hope so. I hope they all do. Do you know what I mean? But at the moment, it's weird. We don't really know what's going to happen after Pep leaves. And we'll get on to, obviously, the Pep leaving conversation in a second, and we can all have a look at who we want to see as the next City manager when Pep does go. 10-man Ted or 10-men Ted have signed that Savio from Girona or not? So we have signed Savio from Girona. Savio, apparently the initial plan was to get him, loan him back to Girona, but because Girona have got Champions League football, we can't loan him back. So what we're going to do is keep him for the 24-25 season. That's the idea. But then in December, we can make a decision whether we sell him, we send him out back on loan again. But basically, Savio will be a City player. So I'm excited for that. Excited. I think we get to see if it can work, and it's obviously a risk. It's sink or swim, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to him being in the City side. Professional sex bot, yes, sex bot with a $5. Need a new manager for 2025? I'm available to chat, babe. Yes, professional sex bot. Can you win a treble with City though? Says RGS. And that's the fact, sex bot. Can you win a treble? Yeah, I mean, and you're free to chat all night. Love that. Yes, Brownie, how you doing, mate? JPL can say that Savio, I've watched him about 10 times in league and he's too good. Should be a starter for next season, and Pep give him freedom he gives to Doku. It's the same kind of freedom that he gives to Doku to give to Savio. Yeah, we'll have to see, innit? I'm excited for pre-season. Pre-season is when we get to see these kind of players come into the side. Savio surely will get loads of game time in pre-season. Xavi Simons on loan, saying Xavi Simons is really good. Don't think we'll get him on loan. How are the Dani Olmo links? I've not seen anything on Dani Olmo for a bit now. Obviously, last time we spoke on transfers last week, we were speaking to Craig Partytime was in the chat, and he was saying that Olmo was an option. But I just don't know about the Dani Olmo thing, you know. I don't know what it is. There's something that doesn't sit well with me with us signing Dani Olmo. But obviously, I trust the board, and if that's what a player that they want to go and sign. But you almost be on the same boat with Dani Olmo. It's not like a gas signing, is it? Dani Olmo, you don't go, yes, like buzzing, can't wait to go get Dani Olmo. But, yeah, not sure. Yes, Brownie, we'll link up then. We'll link up. I'll give you a ring this week, innit, when I speak to him. Fox J says Josh Kimmich is the ideal replacement and backup for Rodri, and that's very, very true. That's very, very true. Paqueta, yeah, that deal is completely done in the bin. How do we feel about Nunes? Should he be sold or kept? Nunes, for me, sits in a very, very weird place because if he stays, I think he'll have a good career if he gets given the game time at City. He shows signs of flair and potential, yeah, Craig. However, I think City will be open to offers. If we can make our money back, I think City will be open to that. But he's not had enough time. He's not had enough game time. So I think keeping him is good. And another thing that we all keep doing, yeah, and I keep doing it myself, is looking at the team and now who do we sell, who do we get in, who do we sell, who do we get in. Well, we need to actually bolster this squad up a bit more as well for the squad depth. Our squad depth has been a myth for a while now, and people don't rate it. And people are always like, oh no, your B team could win the Prem kind of thing. Like, it's not. Our squad depth has been we've taken a hit this year. So I think keeping Nunes and things like that in the team, I think is good, and that's good for us. Yes, Perlo, how you doing, mate? How do you feel like Haaland in defence? The guy's got a 50p head, so I won't really trust him, to be honest. Right then, next, we'll go on to... did you see that, by the way? Girona have now got Etihad Airways as a sponsor, being in football. I think next, Kalvin Phillips. Everton on loan. And I was saying this the other day, yeah? I think we're going to have a difficult time selling him because I don't think City will get the money back for him because he's been dead. He needs to revive his career as a footballer. I think going to Daesh, Everton, I think that'll be good. So apparently going to loan him out to Everton because obviously his wages will still be whatever they are. I don't know what we're signing his wages on, but like 200 grand a week or whatever. So his wages will still be quite high. So yeah, Everton, I think it'll be a good move for him. So I back that. I back that. Fuck the loan, sell him now. That's the thing though, no one's got the money to buy him and no one will buy him. Realistically, would you buy Kalvin Phillips after watching his performances at West Ham? I think obviously getting a pre-season in there is different, but everything going on at West Ham, I won't buy Kalvin Phillips. I think a loan is less of a risk. Mojis, I did hear about the Phillips and Carson scrap. That doesn't really bode well for Kalvin Phillips. Swap deal for Kimmich. I don't think Bayern would want him. That's like 15 to 25 million, Dash. I think you'd be lucky if you got that. If you're a promoted club, you'd take Phillips, yeah, definitely, but it's the cash. The City seem to be at the moment wanting to recoup as much cash as possible for him. Obviously, we paid 40, didn't we? But I think Everton getting a loan in, I think that'd be good for him. Yes, Laura, and Phillips better not be another Cancelo situation where only loans, maybe Leeds next season, if you get promoted, will come and get him. I wanted Leeds to get promoted this year on the basis that they'd go and get Kalvin Phillips. No, I've not seen that, and Anthony Gordon joining City. I don't think that. I've not seen any rumours of that. Kalvin Phillips to Ipswich. Well, obviously, it's a long way to go. He's not obviously just because he's linked now with Everton exploring the opportunity of getting a loan deal. It doesn't mean that he will go to Everton. I do think he'll end up staying in the Premier League though. What's happening with Cancelo? Any news? City trying to offload him permanently this year, I think, for £25 million to Barcelona. That's the last I seen. Not seen anything since. We'll try and get rid of him, though. Howard Bellis. Yeah, 20 million to Southampton. Big up to Howard Bellis, mate. So, yeah, Kalvin Phillips. It's always been a weird one, man. Villa wants some of our players. Yeah, you'd imagine so. JP, Kalvin Phillips will finally relegate Everton. Everton are the unrelegatables, you know what I mean? They ain't getting relegated. Why big clubs not interested in Mbeumo? I like Mbeumo for Brentford. I don't really know, though. I think people are more looking at, what's it called? The betting, Donny. Can't remember his name, though. Meds all over. But Mbeumo isn't good enough. I just don't think there's levels. I don't think he's that next step, if you know what I mean. I think he's a decent striker for teams in the Prem, like Ivan Toney, that's what I'm trying to say. He's a decent striker for like the bottom half table teams. I think he'll do well. He'll get you goals, but I don't think top team wise, I don't think he's quite there. I do like him though. Cancelo and Bernardo for Gavi and Pedri is not a thing. I'd love that. Gavi and Pedri are sick, but nah, that's not it. I was about to say Barca have no money, and I thought they still owes money for Torres. I think they do. Branthwaite is a must, but we're stacked in defence. We won't sign any centre-backs because we've got 5. But we utilise all of our centre-backs sometimes. So I can get it if we did, but it just feels a little bit overkill. Branthwaite, I would absolutely love at City. I've seen him make a few mistakes this year, but I'd love him at City. I think he'd be decent. I think he's a natural kind of next John Stones. That's what I like about him. So I think getting like the next John Stones, I'd love that. Are you counting Stones as centre-back, JP, then? Because he's never fit. And that's another thing that City have got to look at as well. Stones has been very inconsistent this season. And his fitness. I mean, the guy's made of biscuits. The guy's made of biscuits. Conser for Walker. Nah, don't see it. Don't see it. What about Sergio Gomez? He's been isolated. Sergio Gomez, right, has played every single position in football other than goalkeeper and centre-back. I feel bad for him because when he plays for Spain, he plays on the wing going forward and does bits. Honestly, looks mint. But when he plays for City, we play him at left-back. It's not it. It's not it. But I think we'll end up getting rid of Sergio Gomez. Probably a loan, or I don't even know, to be honest. John Scones. M14, thoughts on Roque Santa Cruz for the future City manager? I mean, I don't know, is he managing now? Roque Santa Cruz? I've not heard that name for a very long time. It's a shock opinion, but for me, Sel Stones' his injury record and availability isn't good. We need a defender that will be there. We also seen Akanji and Josco do that role as well. For me, I can't agree with selling John Stones in the slightest. There isn't one thing. It isn't a thing for me. I want to keep John Stones. I think he's really, really good. And on his day, he's our best centre back. So, yes, professional sex bot. We had a KDB Bernardo Walker replacements ASAP, especially since KDB Bernardo heavily showing signs of being unable to keep up anymore. I'm looking forward to the summer to see what City do and where we strengthen. It's like, we'll sell Sergio Gomez, definitely. There is a good player in there. He does deserve more game time, so I just think it's a waiting game, really, and see who comes in for him. Stone's reliability is why we need 5 centre-backs. Exactly beyond belief. Exactly beyond belief. Sad for Sergio. Yeah, it is sad for Sergio as well because he's a City fan. He's a City fan, innit? Selling to Girona, that's a shout, to be fair. He'd be playing Champions League football. Don't think he could really complain. Right then, we'll go on to the Pep stuff then, because this is where depresso mode turns in. So, we'll start with Paul Hurst. There's a quote here, to be fair, which is, I don't know what's going to happen. This is Pep on after next season. I know some Man City players have to take a decision on when they stay with us. Obviously, this is this year. And some players might come. My sporting director says everything is fine for next year. So, he's honest, obviously in the near distant future. The Martin Blackburn, also another very good source for City. Pep Guardiola has been assured by Tiki that most of the current City squad are keen to stay at the club. That's very, very good news. I just see now as well, Walker and Mateus Nunes both have interest from Saudi. We know about Walker already. Mateus Nunes getting interest there. But this is the big bomber, basically. This is the big one. Martin Blackburn, he's coming out saying those close to Pep believe that Pep will leave City at the end of the 24-25 season and the conclusion of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. That's what Martin Blackburn is saying. So they're now saying, obviously, the 24-25 season will be the end, and that's the end of Pep's contract as well. So he'll do one more year at City. Also, Paul Hurst came out and said, sources say they expect Pep to leave City at the end of the 24-25 season. However, that's not going to stop Khaldoon trying to persuade him to stay another year. Jamie Jackson as well coming out. Yes, Dr. Footy with the 14s are still hurting 1115 to swallow us whole. Nah. Why do you want 115 to swallow us whole? You don't want that. So then Jamie Jackson coming out and saying Pep Guardiola will spend the close season weighing up his Man City future. Guardiola's firmly minded to leave after the 24-25 season following the treble. However, he's now decided to take some time to think about whether or not to extend his stay. So it feels like he had the idea of leaving, and he is set in his mind after the treble that 24-25 will be the last one. But to me, it feels like the way that Jamie Jackson reported that there, and the way that Khaldoon is still open to trying to convince him, I feel like he's just not really made his mind up. I think he's just got a big summer ahead of him, and I think we'll get a decision by the end of the next couple of months, because we need to know who we go and look for. We know if we need to go and look for someone. Now, me personally, if I was Pep, I'd do 10 years at least. I'd do the 10 years. Like, obviously, it's difficult. It's difficult for me, or it's easy for me to just say that because I'm not doing that job. But I just think, that's funny. I've just seen that every time I open my eyes, I see my new face, Pembroke. I appreciate your super chat, Dr. Footy, mate. But you need to get over it, bro. Season's over. Season's over. It doesn't count anymore. Yes, Steve, mates. Yes, Steve. Yeah, for me, if I was Pep, I'd just do 10 years, get a decade done. I feel like that's it's a milestone, isn't it? It's a milestone. So get the 10 years, a decade of dominance of Pep, get that ticked off, and he can go then. But he might not want to do that. Obviously, he might just do his 9 years and dip. But I think getting the 10 years would be sick. Getting the 10 years would be sick. Now, we know, after the other day, that City want Pep to extend further than just the 10 years. They want further than the 10 year. So we want to be getting them on like a 2-3 year deal. So we'll have to wait and see again what happens with that. But chat, who do you want after Pep? This is the conversation that I proper wanted to have. Who do you want after Pep? Fairs, yes, mate. Where's the Club World Cup on the kits, man? I still need to take all the kits and do it. To be fair, I might do it this week. That's a good shout. Michelle from Girona is one that's always getting about now. Inzaghi, Ancelotti, or Alonso. Alonso's looking good for me. Like, he's done bits at Leverkusen. If you can do something like, if he does bits again this year with them consistently, he's got that team doing like mad stuff. So yeah, I think he'll be on there. I think the list, Ancelotti, I don't think it's realistic. He's going to go manage Brazil 100% at some point. Inzaghi, go back to Italian ways. I think Alonso is nailed on for Madrid, I agree. I think it just seems to just match up. I think Alonso will go to Madrid and Ancelotti will go manage Brazil. Moyes winning is what he does. Yes, Steve. I think it'll be Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique. Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique. I see Arteta 10-man Ted. Is Arteta realistic or not? Do people want Arteta? Klopp. Imagine. People want Arteta at City. I think it'll be Pep beyond belief. No, he's an Arsenal fan. Arteta won't come. I don't think Arteta will come. But it's just that he's built for City. He's built like Pep. Xavi, nah, brother. Yeah. Michelle from Girona. Big Sam incoming. You know what, right? For years, I've wanted Big Sam to get a big job. Now, I don't want that at City. But company, maybe. Well, I'd say company, but it'd have to be after the next manager, not after Pep. If Pep was to leave next year, company'd still be at Bayern Munich. So, yeah, Michelle from Girona is probably one of them. Luis Enrique should always be on this list because he's managed a Pep side before. And yeah, after that, it's bring back Mancini. Not Micah Richards. Tim Sherwood. Oh, these are stinky suggestions, these. Zidane, I think, will just wait for the France job. We need somebody that can get the respect of players rapid, I agree. Like, Ancelotti would get that respect. He'd demand that respect. Frank Lampard. I mean, City legend Frank Lampard. Get Rooney in. David Kalis. In fair, David Kalis is managing River Plate, isn't he? The return of Joe Royal as they'll be in League One again soon. Yeah, you'd like that. Gundo. De Zerbi. De Zerbi. Pep came out last year and said De Zerbi is the one. De Zerbi is who should take over him at City. But as I've seen this season, both me and Ollie have witnessed this, De Zerbi has one plan, and one plan only. And when things aren't working well, he just sticks. And I get the stubbornness, because Pep's stubborn as anyone in the world. But there's just nothing like I just don't know. There's an air of I'm not sure about De Zerbi. He does play similar football. Ten Hag. No, I'll take Ancelotti. Nah, he's going to go manage Brazil. He did lose quality players, De Zerbi, and something that you can definitely give him credit for is look at the sales that Brighton were making, and De Zerbi was still getting Brighton to. It does sound exactly like Pep, yeah. De Zerbi was still getting Brighton to do bits. Allardyce, Alec, mate, it's just, Big Sam's not coming, but it'd be funny. Graham Potter, not sure. Demichelis, I don't actually know, McMahon, how Demichelis, how well he's doing at River Plate. I've not actually looked into it. Get Psycho back. Maybe Inzaghi, since I don't see us playing that possessive without Pep. I think it's going to be Michel from Girona. I think Michel from Girona, he just adds up. I don't want Pochettino, he's a bottle job. JP's new City manager, I'd be terrible, just make me the kit man. Luis Enrique is my favourite. Ange. Would anyone take Ange? Do you know what I mean? I love him as a manager, I think he's funny. I love him as a manager. Ange, I'd take Ange. Luis Enrique is my shout, but Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, Postecoglou, mate. He needs. I think Ange at City, and he's already fuming about Spurs. He's got the winning mentality. He's a winner, born winner. He's 80 years old. He's not 80 years old. He's a good manager, Ange. Good manager. He's a winner. Keep Pep. I mean, we're talking hypothetically. We can't keep Pep here. Pep's brother. We'll just clone Pep. Yeah, he's a former CFG manager, isn't he? FT Photon. Is it Oklahoma, or am I just making that up? I can't remember where he was, but he was somewhere, wasn't he? We should go in for Udogie. I think Udogie is incredible. I think he's a really good footballer. A really good footballer. But I think Mourinho would not be a thing. David Beckham. Conte is going Napoli. Is that a thing, man? City's good with selecting their manager. I think we'll take our time, but I also think this is why Pep needs to let us know. Pep needs to let us know what he wants. Do you know what I mean? What does he want to do? Stacey's Ange is great coming from an Aussie. Yeah, I mean, I like Ange, so I like Ange. I just think Pep needs to let us know this summer his decision, his plan, and how, if he's going to extend, how long for. But if he's going to leave in the 24-25 season, I think he needs to do it this summer. Pep won't do a Klopp. I agree. I don't think he's going to halfway through a season announce that he's leaving. I think he'll let the board know this summer and say, right, I'm going to end my City career next year. I'm not going to extend. Barlow Telly says charges dropped. Pep new deal same day. That'd be an insane day. That'd be an insane day, to be fair. Xander MC Anime. Yes, with a 7 Zar. Big up, mate. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate your super chats. First super chat on a live stream. Yes. Big up, mate. Turam Arkilo. I'm not too sure. Are you on about the same Turam that was at Leverkusen, was it? Or am I thinking someone else? Pep till 26, 27, then company could work out. Yeah, that kind of adds up. I'd like that. It'd line up with what City want as well. Need Pep to tell a decision during September to November. It allows the board to fully scout these managers. I agree. I don't want us to full send into just some random, innit? Pep definitely won't do a Klopp. Look what happens to Liverpool's mentality after the announcement. I know. People thought they'd go the other way. It didn't. Karen Turan from Nice. Yeah, is he the guy? Was he at Leverkusen at any point? Or did I just sign him on a career mode once? I don't know. Is he a winger? If it's not him, if it's not the winger guy that I'm thinking of, then... Oh, am I on about Marcus Thuram? Or have I just made a player up? Yeah, I think I might have been on Marcus Thuram. Don't know, mate. Don't know. There was a Thuram anyway. I've never seen him play football anyway. I've only seen him on FIFA. Yeah, I don't know who Kalvin Thuram is. Not sure. Thoughts on Kvaradona to PSG? Is that a link? Mark's at Inter. Oh, is he? Okay. By the way, I'm Saudi Jordan, and all this Ederson talk is bullshit. Yes, mates. I'd like it to be bullshit, but then there is talks of Ederson saying that he wants to leave afterwards. After this season, sorry, obviously, like now. People are saying that he's not decided. But Khaldoon, it's mad because we're at this point now where we're getting contrasting news already. You've got people saying Ederson happy to leave, but then you've got other people saying Ederson can be convinced to stay with a new deal. And then you've got Khaldoon saying to Pep, most of the squad is keen to stay. So it is what it is. PSG have bidded 100 mil. That can't be real. Oscar, the Frimpong links died. The Frimpong links have died a death, mate. They've fallen off. That's not to say they're not going to happen. They've just died a death. Eddie Howe. Shock. Why? Are you suggesting a manager for us there, or has something happened with Eddie Howe? Newcastle apparently won. Jared Bowen. I can see that. Happening. Khaldoon interviews soon should be a decent watch. I know. He needs to drop it. He needs to drop the end of season interview. It's the one that we all wait for, and there's usually some hints in there. Yeah, Ederson will just want an improved deal. He want an improved deal, and I think he should get it. He should get it. I think we should get Frank Lampard as a trainer. I think getting Frank Lampard in as a trainer, it'd be good for Frank Lampard's career as a manager, because he can learn off Pep. But yeah, I think that would be all round good. Daniel Farks is saying, nah, no thanks, mate. Why is nobody interested to take Cancelo? I don't get it. Are they just trying to lowball City? They're just trying to get... people will be trying to get Cancelo as cheap as possible, knowing that City don't want him. I think Barca will end up signing him. And I know Barca are broke, but I think they'll end up signing him. Make Ortega number one. If Ederson left, Ortega would be number one, but I think Ederson's going to stay, and he'll stay as our number one, and rightly so, really. Offer Ederson penalty duties to stay. Winston, JP, do you think England will win the Euros? No, honestly. But never say never. Also, many sessions to be had. And as soon as that first sip of that first beer, watching that first England game, I will believe we can win it all. I will instantly believe the Euros are ours and they're coming home. Don't know what it is. It's just... It's just built in, it's ingrained in the DNA. So as soon as you have that first sip of a beer watching England in a Euros game, it's coming home. Instantly. They want to replace Mbappe. That makes sense. Palmer. Sell Ederson, put Walker in net full time. Yeah. Think we have a chance? Then I remember Southgate is manager. I do the same thing, Balotelli. But we do get firing competitions. Yeah, Dash. Yeah, Southgate ball drop in is sleep time. Cancelo bad attitude, went crying to press. Yeah, nah, he's done it at the club. He won't come back. The beer has a lot to do with it. It does, DJ Mon. That is very true. JP, a Luke Shaw bicycle kick against France to win the Euros. He will celebrate the win with 10 sausage rolls. I'm all for it. I'll celebrate it with 10 sausage rolls as well. Bro, we need to do a trade deal with Barca. I don't know why Cheeky or Fran ain't taking advantage of them. Yeah, they've got no money, but they just want our players and don't want to give us anything back. Nunes and Walker getting linked to Saudi. Yeah, that makes sense. Seen that before. Barcelona's Fran Torres, they better settle up with us. I know they need to pay us our cash. But chat, that's all your news. That's all your news. I was gonna break these down into like 3 separate streams today, but I thought collate them into one. I can all have like a big chat on like managers and stuff. I thought that would be the best way to do it, rather than just like little smaller separate streams. Julian Alves will represent Argentina at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. City have confirmed, which is pretty mad. That's the most recent news. Bayern Munich board member Karl-Heinz Rummenigge says, I'm convinced Company will arrive in the end. Guardiola spoke to us in a very positive way about Company. He had him at City as captain and also followed him at Burnley. So even Pep was giving Bayern the advice to go get Company, which is mad. Scott Carson being our manager. No, please. Yes, John Jorgensen. Go on ahead. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, mate. Anyway, yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow with some more streams, some more news. Obviously, it's transfer window now, so it's going to be popping off all the time. We've got that content creator football match, all City content creators. We're going to get as many, we're trying to get as many City content creators in a football match, all to play against each other. We're going to film it on Friday. We're going to do these often. It's like once every month or once every 2 months, just so that the content creators that cannot turn up to this one will be able to turn up to the next one, do you know what I mean? And we can get other people involved. But big up to everyone. I appreciate yous. I appreciate everyone who's liked the stream. Everyone who's super chatted in that. Big love to everyone. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more streams and some more transfer news. When does the window open, Peter Burt? I don't actually know, you know. Is it not 1st of July or is that a bit too late? Or is it June? Does it open in June? Soon. Soon is the only answer I can give. 14th of June. There you go. 14th of June. Be there or be square. 14th of June, transfer window opens. We can get the deals underway. Buzzing. Appreciate you all. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit.